Who beats Canelo?
His ambitions. If he goes to cruiserweight, I reckon he gets through there. I reckon he gets through a lot of guys. You know, he'll be strategic and he'll miss certain man.
Yeah. He ain't fighting a Coley, for example.
Exactly.
He ain't fighting a Coley.
Do you know what I mean? So his ambition will get, like, if he starts to get a bit like, what can't I do? That's when life will humble him. But nobody in his weight class.
That's crazy.
He'll go to light heavy and he can clear out.
Do you think history will be kind to him? Like he'll beat Makabu, and he'll become a 5-weight world champion. But then in my eyes, I'm a bit hardcore, so I'll be like, yeah, but he's beating the weakest champion, and he beat Kovalev, who was at the time the weakest 175-pound champion. Or do you think history will say that 5-weight world champion?
They'll say 5-weight world champion, and it's like you look at Roy Jones Jr. going up to heavyweight and beating Ruiz.
It's true. No one talks about that.
Nobody.
Why does no one ever says anything? Everyone's like, you beat Ruiz. But yeah, but you beat Ruiz.
No one says you should have fought Tyson.
Yeah, or Lennox.
That fight was in the
Evander.
works. Yeah,
yeah. No one asked for that.
Yeah, I mean, so it will be 5-weight world champ, and also, you know, he's a great, brave Mexican champ. You know what I mean? The branding is perfect.
He's
Mexico
incredible,
loves him. He's amazing.
He is incredible.
The way he throws that left hook to the body.
I've never seen him out of shape either. Like I don't know if it's strategically he's got a social media planner who posts a photo where he's always, flat stomach.
Yeah.
But I can't think of it. And when you think of some of the guys over here, the Billy Joe Saunders of the guy, where you see a little gut and I've never seen Canelo out of shape.
And that's what I think is important. And it's like you can't take it away when you start to look at, a fighter's journey. When I say about Fury's legs, your body has to hold up with how you live your life.
Yeah.
There's some fighters that just take care of themselves. Floyd was able to fight at that level for as long as he did because of how he spent his time.
You're right, because you look at UFC, you look at someone like Conor McGregor, and he's done.
That's what I'm saying.
Connor's done, and no bloody why. Every IG post is fucking promoting and drinking whiskey.
There you go.
Living that life.
Yeah.
You're right. Floyd, Bernard Hopkins, always spoke about. Bernard would say, I'll be in bed by 9. He says a lot of these fighters have these things where they do they're already promoting their after party.
That's right.
For the fight. Before the fights happened, it's like I'm in bed by 9. I'm up at 5.
Yeah.
We get into that routine.
Yeah.
No wonder he wouldn't fought until he's 50.
Absolutely, and that stuff it counts for so much more than people think. So for me, a lot of people will just be like, "Oh, you just don't like Fury," but that comes from a place of living the life pays you back down that side of the career. Do you know what I mean? AJ's lived the life to a good degree. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's a party boy or anything like that. You don't really hear much about it.
Not that I know.
So yeah, it's one of the things you question mark, but. More than not, I believe he's been disciplined and dedicated. So if that fight goes too long, it actually does tie into AJ's favor.
Yeah.
So we'll see, man.
Yeah, the only thing that I guess could favour Fury is that as much as Fury of 32, he hasn't had that many fights, Because of the little gaps he's had in boxing, the mileage ain't really there. Do you know what I mean? There's not been that many fights. And you spoke about 12 rounds. Doesn't go 12.
It's true.
He doesn't have those kind of hard fights, so you do wonder. But I'm with you about Canelo. Only Canelo's ambition stopped Canelo.
100%.
Like Beterbiev, 175.
I don't even think about guys who can beat Canelo anymore.
You don't Beterbiev? No.
I looked at Beterbiev and I was like, I didn't feel like Canelo needs to be running from this. I didn't feel like that.
Wow.
Bivol, he will eat Bivol.
I think he'll eat Bivol as well. As much as Bivol's a clean, classic boxer, I think he'll get to him and eat him.
He'll walk him down and it'll look Kovalevish.
Jesus
walking him down, eventually catching him. The guy is just made of different stuff.
How perfect is he the way he boxes as well?
It's nuts.
I said this to someone ages ago, when they were talking about Billy Joe Saunders. I was like, are you mad? They're like, Billy Joe Saunders can do this. I was like...
I'm gonna lie, I was on that side.
Was you?
Because I'd been saying it for a while.
You had to stick with it.
I couldn't, you know what I mean? I've a good few years ago, I was saying that Billy Joe could mix it with those guys, Canelo and Triple G.
And to be fair, he was mixing it until that. Thank you. Until that injury, those rounds weren't like shutout rounds.
That's what I'm saying.
He was doing well until he got caught.
And 2 years ago, when he was, he's at the wrong weight at 168. He never looked good at 168. I remember him fighting some random dude. He get caught with a big shot, bang, on the ropes for a minute. And I was like,
oh, the Argentinian guy. I remember it was on the undercard of the YouTubers.
That was insane. Yeah. So when I saw that kind of stuff, I was like, the weight, it's not good for you. 160 is where you belong. If they met on 160, he's light on his feet. He's moving a bit better. And
he's not trying to get there. Yeah.
And he's also dedicated to boxing at that point as well.
He has to be in a different way. The extra 8 pounds, and he was more dedicated before.
That's right. Yeah, the Lemieux performance, for example, that Billy Joe, for me, I'm like, I look at that and I think, now you give Canelo some issues, but wasn't to be.
Wasn't to be. And you look at what Canelo's done throughout his life. I just find it incredible now. Like the hit list is getting silly.
Canelo and Floyd, like this prime Canelo, right? It's hard to get into it because let's just say they're at the same weight.
Yeah. Well, wait, okay, what, 154?
The Floyd that fought Canelo and Canelo now.
I always will go with Floyd.
Same.
Always, because that guy, yeah. There'll be
Same.
some times when I'm just bored and I'm just putting on my YouTube, and because you remember again, you just spoke about someone living the life. Floyd will trick you to think that Floyd's spending money on Dom Perignon and doing. He's not doing any of that stuff.
Yep.
You know, 24/7s would tell you that Floyd's out jogging at 4 a.m. Just I want to jog at 4 a.m.
Yep.
That guy, yeah,
Different.
different. I saw Mosley crack him with a shot that would have put a house down, and his legs wobbling. I was like, It went to the corner, adjusted, came out. Mosley didn't win a round again.
Bro,
he's incredible.
It's the second shot when you see Floyd drunk and he's like his bottom touches his heels.
That's the one.
Boom.
And Oscar's smiling. Oscar's back. Smiling.
Yeah.
We got him. We
Yeah,
got him.
finally.
We got him. Yeah, finally. We've got him.
And he's like, nope.
Bro,
That man there is, no matter
his
what you
boxing
bring him,
IQ is a whole different level.
we credit like great fighters when they adjust. Lomachenko does great adjustments. But Floyd, second to none.
He's incredible, bro. You have a look. And don't get me wrong, look, he's been in it. Maidana was a tough fight.
Yeah, the first one.
First one was a tough. And then again, okay, you thought that was tough? Let's
Yeah,
have
do it again.
Let's
run
do
it back.
1 second. Let me do it again. I've had a look at him now.
Yeah.
And run it back. And I think those fighters that can adjust, like Andre Ward, Kovalev,
Yeah.
those fighters that can adjust are the fighters. And I think, Canelo will show him some different things because Canelo's a great fighter.
Yeah.
But Floyd will just, I see you. Oh, that left hook to the body, then left uppercut.
Yeah.
You think you're
That's
getting
your
me with
shot,
that?
yeah.
1 second.
For
and
real.
he'll make that
I'm taking that
adjustment.
away from you.
That's mine.
Yeah.
So I would always side with a guy that's never been beaten.
Nah.